I'm in ball gown jester. Literally just in time. It is just 10 o'clock and I wanted to get to the convention center at 10:30. So we are actually right on time. If I had slept in like a moment more, I feel like I would have been behind. So that's a good thing to keep in mind. I'm not even bothering with the tripod today. It's too much work. KastuCon Day 2! This is a costume I'm a little nervous to be in, just because of everything, but I feel nice for the most part. I kind of just want to get through the Critical Role meetup and then my photo shoot, and maybe that's it. Maybe, we don't know yet. We'll see. Bye! Here we go! So, I just went to the critter meetup. I did not film any of it. We were outside, it was cold. I didn't even have my phone out. I didn't even take any of the pictures. It is what it is. I am currently waiting on my photo shoot, and then I don't know what I'm gonna do after that. I might stick around, I might go back, because it is kind of... And here are a few of the pictures from that photo shoot. I know I have next to no footage of Saturday, so please accept these photos as something. It was just a rough day for filming, that's all. Alright, we are starting day 2. I'm in level 17 Jester. I passed out last night. After we got back, I got back like probably pretty insanely early. I think I got back to the hotel room at like 4, just because it got really, really crowded. And after I had done the Critical Role photo shoot and my photo shoot, I was just like, there's no way. With the crowd and my dress and my shoes, it was untenable. So I just left and went and got dinner and then passed out. Which is fine by me. We're in level 17 Jester. So there's another Critical Role meetup at noon that I'm gonna go to, and I might pop in to... the Dimension 20 meetup that's a little bit after that, because I would like to see... I've seen a few Dimension 20 cosplayers, and I want to see more, and also I just want to talk about junior year. This lighting is insane. Like, the lighting at the bathroom is awful. It's shit, so it makes my makeup feel like shit until I, like, get over here and is like, natural light. But, last day of Katsu, I have opinions that I will save for later when I have more time to think about it and, like, process what I want to say about Katsu. It's not bad. I've had a really good time, but I have pros and cons that I want to talk about. And day 3, last day. I'm probably not going to stay super late because I have to get up like at like 4 or 5 in the morning to drive home because I have to be back at work on Tuesday. So Mom and I have to get up at like before the ass crack of dawn. So I'm not staying up late. I've not stayed up late any of these days. I've clocked out so quickly as soon as I got back to the hotel room. Sorry, I'm like observing other people. All right, well, day 3 of KastuCon. Let's go.
timing.
Oh, moment. Oh. Let's go, lesbians. I like your...
And that's why it's cold. Yeah.
It's still less windy than it was yesterday.
They're forgiven, I guess. Sexy rat!
Glare. Glare. So here are all the little trinkets I got. A bunch of little diamonds for Revivify. An Imogen handed me a horse. And I think there's also, yes, there's a cat that I got from a Caleb. A lot of people were handing out these like little Valentines, which makes sense because it falls on like the week of Valentine's Day. And then like just little things like this. A Fern handed me just a bag of like doodads. There are a few extra doodads in there that I just threw in there because I needed space. I never hand out anything, not because I don't want to, but because I'm very resistant to carrying around a lot at a convention. I carry this itty bitty pink backpack because I'm so like, I'm not carrying that much stuff at a con. This was like a Changebringer coin. I'm always so impressed with like all the little things people hand out. This is mostly like business cards and like more of the little like Valentine's Day Worm on a String classic. This one's really fun. I went to the Dimension in the video you saw. I went to the Dimension 20 meetup and somebody, a Kipper Lily Copper Kettle cosplayer, were handing these out, which like they must have gotten these done fucking speedily because this episode just came out like 3 weeks ago. And these are like professionally done buttons. Oh, I've got three different bracelets, like little friendship bracelets. This one is a Johnny Cool Ice. Did I get that right? The character from Critical, or the character from Adventure Zone Amnesty, was it Johnny? It's so cute though. Look at it. And then I got an Are You Pooping one, and then a somebody dressed up as like Taylor Swift's debut album, if that makes sense, gave me a Reputation bracelet, which is really fun. I got a dice. I got one dice, and then, which this is insane to me, somebody handed me a full set of dice. Like, they were handing out a full set. Like, they're these like nice, like coppery color. Look at those. This is a full fucking set of dice. This is like at least a $12 to $15 set of dice, if not more. That's nuts. I just got this. They just handed these out. This one actually has like a name to it, but like, holy shit, man. I'm going to try to find some of the content. I bought a sticker for my D&D character journal, of course. I also bought a Mothman stuffed animal that I will input a picture of here, maybe, because I don't feel like getting up to go show you. And then the other thing I got, which is something I'm super excited about because I've kind of wanted one for a while. So there is a dice maker on TikTok who I'm a mutual with. I believe their handle is smoking glue gun, essentially. And I followed them for a while. If you don't remember, they did the baby dice where it's like all the little plastic babies floating in a liquid core. You've probably like seen it, or like they're just stagnant in the dice. They went viral for a little bit, and I've seen their booth before, but I've never been able to purchase dice because I've never had like grown up money where I felt comfortable. But as I stated before, I have a new grown-up job, and I got paid literally the Thursday before Katsu, so I bought this. You see it? See? Hold on. There's probably a better way for me to do this, but we're doing it like this. If you see it, there's like a moth in the dice, and it's like this very pretty, like, glittery material. It's one of the big chunks, which I don't have yet. I don't have like one of these big ones. And I was super excited to purchase that. So I made that purchase, and I cannot wait to put it in my... I'm actually, even though I technically purchased it for my D&D character Callista, who's like got a moth motif, I might just put it in my dice box as like a rotating die. Because it's so pretty and I can't imagine not using it. All right. So, final thoughts. This is my final like thought process on Katsu, what I thought about it coming from somebody who'd never been but it had been their dream con for most of their life. Here is my final thoughts. I'd go back. So here is generally what I think are my like pros and cons for Katsu. Number one, the vibe is immaculate. I really like the vibe of Katsu. I'm somebody who I like photo shoots and I like cosplay as an element of conventions more than I like anything else. So this being like a big event that has like photo shoots happening everywhere and meetups happening everywhere was an energy that I really liked and enjoyed. Every person I met was super nice. I didn't have a negative interaction almost all weekend. Now, caveat on that, I am old and tired and I don't like drink at cons, at least not like heavily. So my ass was back in my hotel room, which was the MGM down the street, like down the street. I was back in my hotel room each night from like before 6 because I was tired and because it was cold and because my feet hurt. So I did not experience nightlife Katsu, which I know is a very different vibe. I'm not going to say anything else about that besides the fact that I didn't experience it, so I'm not going to talk about it. It's not really a thing I find interesting in cons personally. Good for you, for people who enjoy that part of the con. It looked fun, but also when I drink, I have like a 1 in 4 chance, well, actually probably more than that. It's like I roll with disadvantage, and that disadvantage is sometimes I can drink and be fine, and other times I drink and I get an awful sinus headache that ruins the fun of anything involved in that. So it's kind of a gamble for me. So I tend to not do it at events like cons. Also, I'm the asshole who wants to be at the convention center. What I thought was early, because usually for cons here in Florida, I like to be at the convention center from like 10:30 to 11, depending on the con and depending on the day. Every fucking day of Katsu, I would check my phone while I'm getting ready at like what I think is early, and I see bitches already already in cosplay, already having photo shoots, already out there at like 9. I was deep culture shock. It makes sense because people are trying to get photo shoots in before it gets super crowded. But like still big shock of like, what? Excuse me? I really like the vibe. The convention center is gorgeous. The lighting in it is perfect. You saw like most of my video has like gorgeous lighting. There's a few places that obviously don't. But the convention center itself is so strangely laid out that there are parts of Katsu that are basically unpopulated, and then there are parts of Katsu that are so populated that it's hard to fucking move. And there's like no in between. It's really weird. It's a weirdly laid out hotel, and there are parts that you cannot get to unless you go a specific way, which makes those crowds kind of worst. That's not anything Katsu can do anything about because, dear God, we all know they're not changing that hotel. That hotel is Katsu. But that was a thing that I like noticed. I left really early on Saturday because it got, I left it probably close to 4 o'clock right after my photo shoot because it got so busy and got so crowded and my feet hurt so bad from the heels I was wearing, which was one of many mistakes I made that weekend, that I just left. I was like, I've had my fill. I will go home, or back to my hotel room. That's the nice thing about going to cons by yourself is you get to just kind of be like, listen to your body when your body's like, we're done here. I didn't have any interactions with anybody that was rude. I know Katsu has this reputation for cosplayers being really rude, and I had very much the opposite interactions with that. Again, I don't know if it's just like the energy or like the cosplayers I talked to or the fandoms I roll in, but I did not experience any of that. The other thing I experienced is a lot of people complain that KatsuCon's programming, like the actual programming at the convention, is not very good. A lot of people say it feels very much like from 2012. I would argue it feels very much from before then. Through the entire weekend, there was maybe one panel I was interested in, and it was smack dab in the middle of the Critical Role panel, or Critical Role photo shoot, so obviously I chose the Critical Role photo shoot, and there was nothing else. Like, these panels, I don't know if the situation is that nobody signs up to do KatsuCon panels because everyone wants to run around and do photo shoots and do other Katsu things, or if Katsu doesn't approve panels that people submit. I'm not exactly sure what's happening, but that programming does seem pretty barren. Like, there are large swaths of time in like during Katsu where nothing is really happening, and because there's no programming for people to go to, people are either crowding through the dealer's room or crowding through the main halls, which is a huge problem considering how much of it, like, I remember somebody hearing that like MagFest has more people, but MagFest doesn't feel like it because people are actually doing things despite the fact that they're in the same location. I didn't go to the Masquerade, which is a huge shock for me because I looked and the Masquerade was not only on Saturday in the middle of the day, but was also 3 hours long for some goddamn reason. Now, I don't know if maybe it wasn't 3 hours long and that was just like the block they had for it, but I love cosplay competition. I don't think I could sit through 3 hours of it. Like, all the other competitions I've seen are like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours at the most, but 3 hours. I get that it's a Masquerade, so it also has like the skip portion, but like, so did the Hallmark competition, and it wasn't 3 hours long. Like, I don't think I could sit there for 3 hours long, especially considering I was in the ball gown that day. So I really am upset that I missed that, but ultimately I just don't think I could have sat through it. I don't know if that's normal for Masquerades. Somebody in the comments tell me, is it normal for Masquerades to be 3 hours long? Because if they are, I might not compete in Masquerade specifically because that's too damn long, personally. What else was I gonna say? I was surprised how uninterested I was in the dealer's room in the artist alley. I don't know if, because like, admittedly, the artist alleys here in Florida are relatively very good, particularly Metro's, even though I make fun of Metro. Like, their artist alley has a really solid things, and there's always stuff I really want but don't buy. I didn't have that experience in Katsu. I don't know if it's like just happenstance, but there was a lot of stuff I just wasn't interested in. And I don't think they have the rule with no fandom stuff at the artist alley, because I definitely saw fandom stuff, but there seemed to be also a big lack of like specific fandom things. I just think like, I don't know, they just didn't interest me as much, and that was something I noticed. Also, anime conventions, stop putting your artist alleys in the tiniest fucking room while giving the dealer's room so much space. Because, like, they had a tight control over that dealer's room, and it moved perfectly. There wasn't a point in the dealer's room where I felt overly crowded. Meanwhile, at the fucking artist alley, there were multiple booths that I just could not get to because traffic was so bad around them. So I don't know what's happening. I had that same problem at Hallmont. Like, I don't know why conventions don't understand that most people want to go to the artist alley. Like, I don't mean to be this way, but nowadays you can find a lot of the stuff you find at an anime convention's dealer's room for cheaper online. So I don't understand the obsession with giving dealer's room like so much space and giving artist alley nothing. It's weird. But overall, my final thoughts about Katsu, I would definitely go back. I like the vibes. I loved everyone I met there. So I don't know what happened in the rest of my footage. I have a little bit more of talking here, but I guess that video must have gotten destroyed somehow. But I think you can tell that I had a really good time. So thanks for following along with me.